So John Boyega was talking, and he said, "Listen, man, I've been talking to Kevin Feige. I want to play Bishop." What's that mean? He wants to play Bishop, or he's going to play Bishop? Talking to Kevin Feige, he's kind of putting it out there in the ether. Possible. Lilo and Stitch is yet another movie that is tracking to do very, very well. So much so that comicbook.com says it's going to do more in one weekend than I guess Snow White has done thus far. TV picks, got a ton of them. There's a lot of news. Kate Blanchett said she's going to retire. You know how I feel when people in the acting and directing profession say they're going to retire. We'll talk about that. There's a lot of conversation to have, and we're going to do it all. So let's get into it. It's myself and Roxy Stryer on the show today. Can Roxy beat Roka once again? And I still have forgotten to tell. I'm going to have to do it on the air with Roxy. I forgot to tell Mike and Steph that they won last week. I completely forgot. And I got to tell them. That's not nice. All right, let's do this. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show here on Tuesday, Kristian Harloff Show. I'm so happy that you guys joined us today on this show. And joining me, as always, Roxy Stryer. Hello, Roxy. How are you?
Why are you in such a good mood today?
I think I've been in a good mood in general.
Oh.
Just because I've been, I have more energy. What?
Endorphins.
Yeah. I've been going to the gym. I've been taking care of myself. I've been eating well. Feel good.
I'm so happy for you.
Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So look at that.
Yeah. That's great. Kristian.
Yes.
I was doing my invoicing for you for previous months. And there was a month that I think 3 out of the 4 weeks I was the winner of the and since then nothing.
It's been I know it's been I mean that's where Steph is right now.
I was on a streak. Yeah.
Steph's got a streak right now. She got two.
Listen,
I think 2 in a row. I think you had 3 in a row.
Can't root against her.
No, and she said the same about you.
Yeah, that's one hell of a girl.
Yes. So I'm
This morning we were texting, and she literally said to me, "Look at us flirt texting," because we like the way we text. She was like, we were talking about like Santa Claus, and I was like, Santa Claus has never come to visit me. Like, what the fuck are we texting about?
Who am I missing? I got Coy and Winston. I got to include Coy.
What do you mean? Who are you missing?
I am going because if I forget to do this now, I'm going to forget to do it again. I have to let them know that they won last week. I completely forgot to let them know.
You write it in the group chat like you always do.
I know. I'm doing that now. By the way, was it Steph and Mike? Who was on last week? Steph and Mike. Steph and Mike won the week last week. Congrats. There you go. See, just sent it. Perfect.
Let me see if I got it. Yes, I did.
So there we go. I didn't lie. I told the truth. Now we got to find out who wins this week.
Why would you lie about that?
It's true.
I didn't lie. I told the truth.
Told the truth.
Now dots protest too much. I saw Sinners, by the way.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so. I mean, it has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's so good. Do you see what I was talking about? Like how the music is like a character in the movie.
When did you tell me that?
When we were on. I told somebody. Whoever was on with me when I was talking about it.
Oh. Maybe it was me.
Maybe
the music. I think it's going to be Oscar nominated for the music.
I think the music could. Do I think that movie is a movie worthy to be nominated for Best Picture? Of course I do. Do I think it'll ever happen? No way. No
for the music?
No, for the Best Picture.
But for the music?
Yeah, music, I think so. And sound.
I think it legitimately will. And sound.
Sound is that movie's so good in sound.
It's so good. The movie's so good. I was like, damn, good. I'm so glad.
Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is great as the two characters. And I would also say
so good.
That kid Miles Canton, who I knew nothing about, he plays Preacher Boy.
Yeah, so good. His voice.
Amazing. Anyway, so I highly recommend the movie.
Seinfeld did a great job. I haven't seen her in a role like this, and that was cool.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, she went outside. I don't know if she went outside her comfort zone, but she went outside of things that we normally see her do.
Yeah, I was like, whew.
Yeah.
Okay. Spicy.
Right. Currently, it is my #1 movie of the year thus far that I've seen, but it's a young year. However,
what else is on your what other else is top 3 for you kind of thing?
My point. Right now, I only have a top 2 because there's nothing in the theater that I have seen that I think, wow, like Sinners is a wow movie for me. Like I want to see it again. I had so much fun with the Working Man movie with Jason Statham, but that's my number 2, just because that's so much fun. It'll easily get replaced with more movies that are coming. But tonight, I'm going to see a movie tonight that I think has a possibility to could be number 1. I'm going to see The Accountant Part 2 tonight. Yeah, I know. You want to come with me? I have a +1.
Who are you taking?
No one.
That's disgusting.
Fair. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. No one. Not a one. Just me.
Wow.
One of my lonesome. And
I'm really jealous. When does that movie come out?
Next week. And Gavin O'Connor is actually coming on Matt Sarah's show.
Cool.
We're recording it this Thursday, so that's going to be good.
I've met him a couple of times.
I heard he's a great dude.
He's amazing. I even went to go. This is a cool story. There was a charity benefit at his house for where the National were playing. You know the band The National? It's one of my favorite bands. No?
Yeah. I heard of him. I was switching over.
I'm not lying. I swear.
Switched over.
I love them. And so he threw this big benefit at his place with the National. And I was this far away from the National, this far away. It was the coolest thing. That was hooked up by Ben. Good thing that Ben did. That was a good one.
One good thing.
No, he's done plenty of good things, but that was a good one. Me, Ben, and Andrew Guy went.
I was kidding. The way you said it was like that was a good thing that he did. Like
that was the only
that was it. Well, we do have a lot to talk about, Roxy. And you right now, as you mentioned, you're going up against Roka, who had 73 yesterday, and you're close already. You have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good.
So
all right.
71 away from, but the thing is, Kristian, the way you painted on this show, I don't think you do me service.
Why?
Because you're like, she just has to get to 73. But the way that you pitch it is like, I just have to beat the person before me.
Today, in order, let me.
I know, but then it's
you're
like,
right.
It's so like if I don't, it really at this point, because your show is so successful, if you don't get over 100, you're not winning the week.
You got to beat Steph. That's really how it goes. Steph. You're not wrong. The audience likes to watch Steph win. The Capes and Cows guys haven't won in a very long time, and they used to win. Remember, everyone you didn't say it, but on that text chain, no one's going to beat them. They win all the time. Yeah. Friday's the easy show. You're never going to beat them. And then I think after that text exchange, I don't think they ever won. I don't think they've won since then.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Let's get to this.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm going to start off, and I'm going to do this instead, because this is a bad way for the Clips channel, and I'm going to start with this. All right. So Lilo and Stitch. This is a movie that is coming out based off of the popular animated movie, and it's a live action film, and they debuted a bunch of different footage at D23 and other things, and there's been some buzz for this movie, man, and it's really the next big kids movie after Minecraft. So how's it going to do? Well, apparently it's tracking to outgross Snow White's entire box office in one weekend. Comic book movie says, or this is comicbook.com, who says early box office projections for the live action Lilo and Stitch indicate that the film will be a massive hit when it opens over Memorial Day weekend. According to Deadline, tracking data estimates the film will earn $100 million domestically just in its first 3 days. That would probably be enough to beat Mission Impossible. Wow. The Final Reckoning, which also debuts Memorial Day weekend for the top spot on the charts. But Deadline notes that the action sequel is poised for a strong start of its own. Right now, projections have it starting a new franchise record for the biggest opening, surpassing 2018's Mission Impossible Fallout, $61 million. Lilo and Stitch's projected debut would be a much-needed rebound for Disney, which is coming off of Snow White's disappointing box office run. As of this writing, that live-action remake has only grossed $82 million domestically. If these estimates hold, Lilo and Stitch would actually post one of the biggest debuts ever for a live-action Disney remake, trailing only The Jungle Book, which is 103.2, Beauty and the Beast, 174, and The Lion King, 191. Depending on how high it goes, it could pass Jungle Book. Although Snow White won the box office its opening weekend, it got off to a rough start with only $42.2 million domestically. Marred by controversies, mixed reviews, the film did not have strong legs and lost the top spot to Jason Statham's vehicle, Working Man, in its second weekend. To date, Snow White has earned $182.3 million globally, against a $270 million production budget. It's too early for reactions for Lilo and Stitch to be out, but the film seems to be in a much better place than Snow White at this stage of its marketing campaign. Disney has made sure to highlight the adorably destructive Stitch in a promotional material, illustrating how it could be a refreshing change of pace for the studio's live-action remakes. Audiences are responding well to the director's approach, raising anticipation for Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch opens as strong as the estimates suggest. It would be a great development for Disney. Snow White wasn't the only studio's box office disappointment this year. Captain America: Brave New World became one of the lowest grossing MCU installments. It only took a Minecraft movie 2 weekends to surpass it as 2025's top film. Additionally, early box office estimates for Thunderbolts, which kicks off the summer movie season, it says it will have a soft debut at a range of $70 million. The 1-2 punch of Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning could be just what those theaters need. We'll start with that. That's fine. Yeah, this is good news for Disney if you're the execs that this is tracking. And I said this with Roka, I said this with you, I said it a million times over. This is the time that Disney needs their family films to come out, because you look at what Minecraft did. It really is the only game in town for kids to see, for families to see, and Lilo and Stitch is the next one. No, I think How to Train Your Dragon might be the next one, right? Is How to Train Your Dragon might be the next one. I'm not sure, but Lilo and Stitch still, the fact that it's coming out, it's another family movie for you gotta stop this. You gotta stop. So nothing. I'm just talking to myself here. You gotta stop. So when it comes to the box office,
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just annoyed. When it comes to box office, when it comes to projections, it's a matter of, can you get the families in the theater? Can you get the kids in the theater? And that's what they did with Inside Out. Mm-hmm. That's what they did in general. It is really working overall. So this is big news for them, and they do need it, because you look at what happened with Captain America. You do look what happened with Snow White. But what do you make of this news, Roxy? You think this is going to be a massive hit or what?
Yeah, I think they did something really smart here. So in 2010, I found a man named Dean Fleischerkamp. He did my favorite YouTube series ever, which was called Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And then he went on and adapted that for the big screen, and it was my favorite movie of 2 years ago. As you know, Kristian, your parting gift to me, which I forced you to give me, was a little Marcel. That man is the director of this Lilo and Stitch live action movie. He more than understands how to deal with live action characters mixed with creatures. Obviously, Marcel is not the same kind of animation as Stitch is,
right,
but he understands how to get to the heart, how to adapt something for the big screen. I just think he could not have been a more perfect choice for this. When prior to him being announced as part of the project, I was feeling like, why are we doing a Lilo and Stitch live action? Mm-hmm. That one's kind of weird. But the second they said his name, I was like, man, I am so sold on this. Obviously, I'm not the target demo, but the fact that I am so excited for this means that a lot of people are so excited.
Yeah, and that's what makes it work, right? It's like, you've got to market towards families, you market towards kids, but you got to get everybody interested. You got to everybody who wants to see it. And guess what? The people who grew up with Lilo and Stitch, the people who love to watch Lilo and Stitch and want to go see, oh man, I loved it growing up. I love it in general when I turn it on. And he's pretty much kind of like a dog. He's like a dog. He's an alien, sure, but he's a dog. People love dogs, and he plays like a dog. I know. I get it. He's not a dog, but he looks like a dog. Sounds like a dog. He reminds me of my pug.
You heard it here first. Kristian called Stitch a dog.
I know. Oh my God. Can you believe it? But what it also makes me realize is that how silly the studios are in general, right? Because you look at this movie, which is going to be a live action hit based off the animated, yet they panicked and they said, cancel Tangled. Snow White, nobody wants to see it. Not paying attention to the reason why Snow White didn't work. And
I still haven't seen the movie. I heard the other day that actually it was a financial success. Is that not true?
It is not true. You read that on Collider, which
I think I did. It popped up on my thing, and I was like, "Wait, what is this about?"
It was not a financial success. What it was that it had the stat of like it was the top, like in the same way that it was the #1 movie of the weekend. It was like that. It's
But
the
did it
number
make
one
its
movie.
money back and then make money or no?
No way it made its money back. There's no way. It cost like
I'm so
200.
sick and tired of articles just not being clear about things. And
Yeah,
you and I both have kind things to say about our time when we worked at Collider. I have kinder things to say than you.
no, I for the website side of it and Frosty, never had an issue with it.
No, I know you didn't. Just
yeah.
you don't have the nicest things to say about Collider Live, and I do. But I think that it's not just Collider, it's all of these websites where sometimes their articles are really confusing.
Yes, very, very. It was there that I saw that Instagram post. It was absolutely a spin. The movie cost over $200 million to make. It hasn't even made $185 million. It made $182 million.
How are you going to call that a success?
I'm telling you, when you look at the stats, the way it was a spin. It was a spin on how they.
All right, well, weird spin, but I haven't seen it still. And obviously I haven't seen the Lilo and Stitch movie, but it sounds like people didn't like the Snow White movie, and it sounds like the Lilo and Stitch movie is going to be good. So
I think it's what you said though. Just before you said you didn't necessarily have an interest in it, and then you found out who the director was, right?
Yeah,
and instantly, because you're not wrong, but that's not going to get everyone, because not everybody has seen Marcel. Marcel's a great movie, but it's slow. If you see it, you're 100% correct. He understands the assignment, and that got you excited. It just goes to show that when you have the right team involved, you can get people excited.
Yes.
And you also, and you have people who are promoting.
Has anybody seen Marcel the Shell that wouldn't be excited about this now? No, I don't think a single person who saw that movie wouldn't be excited.
If you loved that movie, and I even saw someone in the chat go, I didn't realize, I didn't put that together. Now I'm even more excited to see it. And that is because of, in the same way that, look, I don't love the fact of what they're doing with the new He-Man movie, putting him on Earth, right? But the only reason I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt is because of Travis Knight, who's directing it. He did a great job with Kubo. He did a great job with Bumblebee. So as much as I hate that creative decision, it's still Travis Knight. So I'm going, and I like the cast, and I like the images of the stuff in Attorney that I've seen. So I'm still going in, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
it'll be good, because I trust in Travis Knight. If it was still on, like if it was like Len Weissman, who I'm not a fan of, like, right? I just don't think he's a good director. And if he was doing this, I'd be like, uh-oh. Like it's Lilo and Stitch. If he was doing He-Man, I'm like, uh-oh. But because of all that, like you said, I think that's what people should be excited about.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I think that this movie is going to do very well. As they said, it's going to be one of the bigger movies. Now, as far as does it make does it catch on to do that billion? I don't know. I gotta see what happens in 2025 and what kind of box office the theaters generate. I'm very curious to see.
And the way that I haven't seen Snow White. I'm not going to miss this movie. I'm going to see this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to, and because, it's summer season, right? And you're getting excited for it. And I think the ones that are going to hit, I'm telling you, Rox, are those family movies. They're the ones that you look at Minecraft and that hit. You look at this. I think Zootopia is going to hit. You're going to get How to Train Your Dragon. You're going to get these family friendly movies that kids can go and watch. And if you can get everybody in there to see it, you're going to make some money.
Oh, Hannah means family. Family means never getting left behind.
Is that Stitch?
Not bad. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible.
That my Yoda and my Stitch are the same, and it's just more.
Yeah, right. But that's more in
better
line
for Stitch.
Right. More in line of what he sounds like, for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the compliment?
Kind of. Yeah. Anyway. All right, listen to me. This is going to be a big movie. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is going to be a huge movie? Do you think it is going to be an okay movie? Do you think it is going to be, one of the ones that they predict, and what's the overall box office going to be for this one? I am so curious to hear what you guys think. Let me know. I got to know. Roxy just brought up Collider Live before, and one of the things we did on Collider Live is we went to Universal Horror Nights. You remember that, Rox, right?
Of course, Makuga.
One of your favorite moments. Yeah, but it wasn't Makuga that stood out to me because we knew Wendy.
Yeah.
We knew that Makuga was going to be freaking out and screaming and yelling the whole time. That was why we brought him, and Katie was there and Robin were there, and they were there, and they were doing, and everybody was screaming and yelling, having a good time. However, I didn't realize until the end of the night of how terrified Wendy Lee was of clowns. So they had a Killer Klowns thing there, and she was, I mean, I felt so bad afterwards. She was like disturbed.
You know what I did, right? You remember what I did?
I kind of remember. What'd you do?
So I didn't know either. We all were so focused on Makuga that we walked out of the Killer Clown maze, and Wendy was, I thought, down on the ground tying her shoes, and I was recording everything for us. So I took the camera and I went, Wendy, Wendy, and I get right in her face, and she's bawling.
Yes.
Just straight up bawling. And I was like, oh, sorry, babe. Sorry. Like,
yeah, she was, it didn't
horrible.
work.
And now to this day, every time I see her, when we see each other, we go, Wendy.
Here is my question to you, because she has a channel, which I would probably go check out, the movie couple. And they react to things. Will she be reacting to Ryan Gosling's new produced Killer Klowns remake?
Should I text her?
You text her and see if she's going to see. I wonder if
Kristian and I want to know if you're going to react to Killer Klowns.
When Ryan, you said, just say Ryan Gosling is producing a new Killer Klowns remake. Is she going to see it? That's all we need to know. And the answer is going to be no. A wild new report over at the Insider, look at that, indicates that Ryan Gosling is going to produce a film remake of the Killer Klowns from Outer Space at MGM, Amazon. The 1988 cult classic science fiction horror comedy received positive reviews at the time and follows a clan of evil extraterrestrials who resemble clowns. I love how they resemble clowns, and they're not like pretending to be clowns. They just resemble clowns. Anyway, a wild new report. Yes. They arrive on Earth and invade a small Californian town in order to capture, kill, and harvest the human inhabitants to drink their blood. Attempts have been made over the years to either make a sequel or remake the property as a film or TV series. All have stalled over the years. Back in 2023, the original film's director, Steven Chiodo, had hopes for an 8-episode limited series that would end up on the Clown Planet at one point. The one successful revival of the property in recent years came in the form of an asymmetrical survival horror video game released last year to mixed positive reviews. No further details on the new Ryan Gosling produced version of Killer Klowns from Outer Space are available at this time. This does not surprise me that Ryan Gosling is doing this. And you hear the things that he liked. He was a big wrestling guy when he grew up, and he liked, I think, Rad and other things. He liked a lot of the same shit that I liked when I was growing up. And Killer Klowns was one of those things that hit on. It would just pop up on cable and all that. And I bet you he loves it. And he probably had a soft spot for it and said, "Oh, we can do a Killer Klowns. Probably have some fun." He won't be in this, but he's going to produce it.
I had no idea he was into this kind of thing. I had no idea.
I could see it.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. Wendy hit me back with a
I doubt it. I doubt that she will say
it. Still typing. I will let you know.
Yeah, I doubt that she'll say it. That's a reaction.
How are you with clowns?
What?
Clowns? How are you with clowns?
I'm fine with clowns. Oh, yeah. I don't mind.
But do you like them? Do they scare you? Like what? How?
I mean, I can when they're creepy. Yeah. I mean, when you get like the serial killer clowns and stuff, like the clown in Spawn was done so well and so creepy. So yeah, when they can be very creepy, but they can also be pretty goofy and fun. Like I always like the Ronald McDonald clown. You know, Ronald, it's all right.
Your kids scared of clowns ever?
I feel like Vivi would be the one of the two. Maisie doesn't. Yeah. Maisie just doesn't like bugs. She's not a fan of bugs.
Oh, cockroaches kill me. Wendy says, I'll have to think about it more. I think I'll be okay with the trailer. I don't know if I'll make it through the whole movie.
Right. That's what I meant. I could see her doing the trailer because I think that for the trailer, there's also a benefit for her on the trailer because if she reacts to it and, she's scared out of her mind, it'll actually play well. But the review is just her traumatized that she's trying to give a review.
Yeah. Like Grammy was just telling me a story about throwing a birthday party out here. When I was born out here, my brother was out here. He was turning 4, and Grammy threw a birthday party in the backyard, and she had never thrown like a kid's birthday party like that. I don't know why she didn't for her own kids, but she threw one for us, and she got a clown, and she said it was like the worst experience ever, that all the kids were like sobbing. They hated the clown.
Yeah. I wouldn't hire a clown for my kid's birthday.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, brutal. I've never had any issues with clowns, but they also don't scare me that much.
Right. There's some people are just terrified of clowns. I mean, clearly.
No. I think dolls are creepier than clowns.
You know what so we're doing reactions to the Final Destination series. We just finished number 3. But
Catch up. I just did them.
Did
That's
you?
all I need.
I've never seen them before. But
Me neither.
So you just watched them in the first 2? What's with all of the creepy dolls in everybody's rooms? Did you notice that? Like, whoa!
I can't even be annoyed with that because that's my room, Kristian.
But everybody has creepy dolls.
But all my girlfriends, we all had them.
Really? Creepy dolls like that?
A lot of us.
Wow. I'm interesting. I am interesting. I'm interesting. I'm very interesting, Roxy. Did you know that?
I'm so glad you feel so highly of yourself.
Very interesting. I'm a very interesting
I'm
person.
interesting. I just want everyone to know, in case you were concerned, I am interesting.
How about you? Are you interesting? What is it about you that you find interesting? Listen, what do you think about the Killer Klowns remake? You think it's something that Ryan Gosling should do, could do, will do, or will it be doo-doo? Put your thoughts in there and let us know. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about not Ryan Gosling. We're going to talk about John Boyega, and we're going to talk about X-Men and what he said to our buddy Josh Horowitz. But before we do that, I just mentioned my kids. Got them doing some financial stuff, man, getting responsible with money. And you guys need to get responsible with money also. I'll tell you about 2 that are going to help you out. Kickoff and Acorns. Here you go. It's kickoff time. What's that mean? It means the tax season is here, everybody. I know it's not the most exciting time. I get it. But it is a great opportunity to make some smart money moves. What is Kickoff? They are the #1 credit building app in the App Store, and plans start at just $5 a month. There's no credit check. There's no hidden fees. There's no interest. For me, it's all about building my credit. I'm trying to get some stuff going this year with my family. It's why I moved. You got to build your credit. For Kickoff, I heard about them. We found out about them. The way that works with sponsors is like, do you think this would be a right fit for your show? And I said, would it be ever? And it changed my credit quick, because if your credit is under 600, you could jump to like 84 points with on-time payments. It's a legit credit hack. It's got no catch. It's got no credit check. It's got no hidden fees, and it has no interest. It's simple. You make on-time payments. Credit bureau sees good behavior, which can mean that your credit grows fast. So the beauty of it is that you can start building credit right away with your first month free with our special tax season promo. With AutoPay, you never have to worry about missing a payment, so you can build credit in your sleep. You sign up in minutes from your phone. There's no credit check to cancel any time. It's the #1 credit building app out there. It has over 10,000 positive reviews on the App Store, and 98% of them 5 stars. So tax season is the perfect time to take control of your financial future. For a limited time, get your first month free at getkickoff.com/Kristian. Do not wait. That is kickoff without the C. Get your first month free at getkickoff.com/Kristian. So you must sign up via getkickoff.com/Kristian to activate this offer. Offer applies to new customers. First month only. Individual results may vary, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Kickoff credit score starts at $5 a month for 12 months. Average first year credit score impact of plus 84 points. Vantage score 3.0 between January 2023 and January 2024 for Kickoff credit account users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time and had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old, and they're both learning about money. And for me, I'm always trying to teach them to be responsible with money. Because where do you think kids learn the most about money? Is it their parents, their teachers, or Taylor Swift? No, it's not Taylor Swift. 81% of their kids say parents. 81%. I wish I learned that kind of stuff when I was younger. My dad taught me. I didn't listen as much. I didn't have this kind of idea. And that's what Acorns does. This episode is sponsored by Acorns Early. April is Financial Literacy Month, the perfect time to start teaching your kids the value of money. And Acorns Early make it easy with their smart money app and debit card for kids. Acorns Early Chores Tracker teaches the kids how hard work does pay off. It sets up tasks in the app, it sets a payment amount, and you tick off the chore when it's done. Easy. Saving goals help kids turn saving into a habit. They can even choose their own target dates and turn on their optional autosave feature to help them get there. It's great because kids need a sense of independence. And they get it when they're spending what they earn with their very own debit card. And they get to choose from 35 plus customizable and designs. Kids can build up their money knowledge and their confidence with bite-sized financial lessons. And the best part is parents can keep track of where and when the kids are spending. You get real-time spend notifications, set your kids' spending limits, and instantly block lost or stolen cards. I love this. It works. It has been a game changer for my 13-year-old. She knows, she understands, she's starting to balance when to spend money, how to save money. It has worked. So if you're ready to help your kids grow money skills that'll last a lifetime, head on over to acornsearly.com/Kristian or download the Acorns Early app to get started. Sign up now and your first month is on us. Acorns Early card is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International. TNCs apply. Monthly subscription fees starting from $5 per month unless canceled. Thank you to both Acorns and Kickoff. I'm so excited to have them with us, and I really hope that you guys explore this, man, because I get so many messages all the time. People always asking me about, hey, I listen to your show every day and I can't thank you enough. And, what can I do to support? I go, get something for yourself. Like, literally, I'm giving you these options. That's how you help the show. And that's how you help you. Like, get yourself for yourself, especially if you have kids. I'll tell you right. If you have kids, that Acorns thing, oh man, so good.
I'm not a kid, but Acorns saved my ass. That's true.
Is that true?
Yes.
How?
I started using them when they put out, basically, like, they were doing penny stock stuff. So like if you spent $15.95 on something, they would take out the extra 5 cents and they would put it into stuff. They still do that. And then you can also pick like how much money per month you want to add into your account. So I was set like $20 a month I put aside, plus any of the extras, the roundup. And then when I lost one of my jobs, I was in like dire straits, and I looked in my account, which I like hadn't touched. I just let it be doing everything. And I had gained quite a bit of money in there because of the
great.
And it was like, and because of the penny stock investments, and it was awesome. Like, I have only good things to say about them. So great.
Yeah, both, and Kickoff too, especially with tax season. So I highly recommend both. Okay, as I mentioned up top, you see what's going on with the title. We're John Boyega fans over here. It looks like Marvel might be fans also, because he wants to play Bishop, Roxy. So this is going to be an interesting development. See what happens with the X-Men, because here it is, comicbookmovie.com.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. Star Wars, John Boyega has spoken to Kevin Feige, and now he wants to play Bishop. Star Wars actor John Boyega has confirmed he once spoke to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige about joining the MCU, and while he wasn't sure at the time, he'd now be down to play X-Men's Bishop. John Boyega put himself on the map with a star-making performance in 2011's Attack the Block, when he traveled into a galaxy far, far away 4 years later for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Great deal of intrigue surrounded his stormtrooper, who in posters and trailers appeared to be a Jedi. Unfortunately, Lucasfilm dropped the ball on Finn, and his story arc disappointed Boyega and Star Wars fans in an equal measure. And even though that's opinion, I agree with that opinion. There's long been hope that British actor might join a Marvel or a DC project, especially as he looks to move on from what proved to be a tumultuous experience working on the iconic sci-fi fantasy franchise. Talking to reporter Josh Horowitz at C2E2, Boyega confirmed that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige once asked him who he'd like to play in the MCU, and he didn't have an answer at the time. It appears he now has his eye on a fan favorite X-Men. He said, I'd play Bishop. He responded to a fan, confirming he'd be down to play the time-traveling mutant in Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot. While the character isn't as well known as Cyclops and Wolverine, for example, he did play a key role in X-Men 97, leading to theories that there are likely live-action plans for him as well. After all, the X-Men animated series revival is a good place as any to reintroduce Bishop to a long-time and casual fan alike. Bishop hails from a dystopian future. He first appeared in 1991's Uncanny X-Men number 282, and sports energy absorption powers, channeling absorbed energy into powerful blasts. A key X-Men member, his tactical skills and futuristic tech make him a force to be reckoned with on the page. It was back in 2022. Boyega said that Marvel is not in the vision for me now. I want to do nuanced things. I want to donate my services to original indie films that come with new, fresh ideas because I know it's real hard to top Iron Man in that universe. Things might have changed since then, especially if the right role has come along. One franchise we don't anticipate Boyega returning to is Star Wars because he's since looked back at that experience in a mostly negative light. He said, let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest elite space, the actor recently said. It's a franchise that's so white, the black person existing in it was something. You can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando and we had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. It's like they just scattered that in there. They're okay with playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's a bit too much. They're pandering. Boyega noted, referencing the now expected backlash when a franchise like Star Wars casts a black actor in a lead role. I'll tell you what, and this might be a hot take, Roxy.
Okay.
I still think he comes back to Star Wars. Regardless of what he said. Go ahead.
And this or no?
Yeah. I mean, if they offer him this,
you don't mean instead of this. You're just okay.
No, I think if Daisy Ridley actually winds up doing the movie, which it seems like she will, whenever that comes out, who knows? But I think they're close enough friends that I think she's the one that makes it happen.
What do you think about this story?
So this is what, look, I love John Boyega. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times, and he's a great dude. I liked him a lot. I think sometimes though, because and it's one of the reasons why I do like him. He's so damn passionate. I think sometimes in his interviews, he'll take not the last quote because he was clearly, I think people are assholes to him. A stormtrooper takes off his helmet, he's black, and people are like, yeah, black stormtroopers. That's so stupid. And he was also just not handled well in general. So I understand why he's bitter about Star Wars. I'm talking more so about when he made the comment, like, I don't think Marvel's in the cards for me. Don't even say it. Don't say that stuff back then when you're doing it. Don't say it. It's like, I'd rather do the independent films and do that. Don't say it. You can do that. It's like, but like, you don't want to hold, because not that Kevin Feige would do this, and I don't believe that he would, but you don't want to put yourself in a position that someone's like, well, you said you didn't want to be part of it. We've moved on now. We don't want you anymore. It's a fickle business.
It's so hard when you're having to learn in real time, though. I love John Boyega. Right. Steph and I both were like obsessed with him. He's just like the greatest. I've also just heard nothing but wonderful things about this person. So I went to his IMDb to just kind of look, because he said, I believe the verbiage was, I want to donate my services. Is that what you read,
No,
Kristian?
Not to Marvel.
No, donate my services to independent projects.
Yeah.
Which is kind of my love for him. It's kind of a funny way to phrase that.
Yeah.
Like, do you literally mean donate? Or what do you mean? So I'm like, okay, so what did he do since Marvel? Just to kind of see.
He was in The Woman King.
Yeah. So he did a show. He did Naked Singularity. Did you see that? I didn't see Naked Singularity with Olivia Cook and Bill Skarsgård and John Boyega.
I think he essentially did what he said he was going to do. Really smaller.
Well, he just hasn't done that much.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see, like, has he scratched that itch? If that's what he wanted to do,
right.
Did he go out and do like 10 indie films where they were really small budget, and that's what he wanted to donate his time to?
Right.
Which it doesn't seem like he really did. Like, The Woman King, to me, that it's not like a tiny movie. That was that's a larger movie, not large compared to Star Wars, but
Star Wars. I mean, it's what was the budget on The Woman King? Could have been more than $40 million.
No, but I think anything more than $10 million is a lot of money.
Not today's standards, Rox.
I know. I could look up what the budget was, but I'm also looking. He did a movie called Breaking, which I didn't see either. I don't know this one. Do you know Breaking?
I don't think so.
In 2022, and then he did They Cloned Tyrone, which was in 2023 with Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
And Kiefer Sutherland and Teyonah Parris. So listen, he did a couple of them. Do I want to see him back in a big way? Desperately.
Yeah,
desperately.
I think he will.
Do I think he'd be a dope mutant? Yeah, obviously.
Right. He needs
to be so fun.
I'd like to see him in another role like that. And I'm telling you, I just think that he was so put off by his experience working in the studio system in a big budget movie like that. The way that the fans not only treated him as co-stars and everything else too, that he's like, screw this. I'm a good enough, people. I'm in demand enough that I can work. I made enough money off the Star Wars movies that I'm not going to be hurting. I don't want to do this. And so when that comment comes out, like, I don't think Marvel's in the cards for me. I want to do these other things. It was genuine. It was honest. But I think now he's gotten to a place where, like anything else, like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do this thing. And the fact that they're making X-Men now and they got a shot to do it, I would love to see John Boyega as Bishop. I think that would be great. I think he'd do really, really well in the role. I think it would be something to maybe get his love back to want to do movies like this,
Yeah, and for us as fans to have him in the public zeitgeist again in such a big way, because I just named 4 movies that you and I cover movies and we didn't see 3 of them, so right. or hear of them,
right.
And so I'm sure to go from Star Wars, where you're being constantly talked about, although sometimes negatively, unfortunately, to go to like really not having your name in the public eye for quite some time. I'm sure it would be nice for him and for us to have John Boyega back fully.
If he wants it, though, and it seems like from that comment to Josh that he's coming around to it, but I don't think he wanted that for a bit. I think he was tired of it. I think he was tired of people talking
about it.
But
he's doing press, and the fact that he's doing press makes me think that he's more open to it.
I think so too. Now I do agree. So I'd like to see him get cast, even if it's not Bishop. I'd like to see him be in one of these movies and do something. And I think that how old is he now? He's got to be in his early 30s, right?
I would say mid 30s, probably. Let me look.
I would say he's 34. I'm going to guess and say 34.
Okay, let me look.
Let's see. Because it's going to be interesting if he is even if he's 35. I
would have guessed like 35. He's 33. He's my age.
Okay. He's 33.
And we've accomplished the same amount. So that does make sense.
Perfect. So I think with him is that because if they are going to cast younger, which they should, and if they're looking at, Sadie Sink, which we don't know if Sadie Sink is going to play Jean Grey, but let's say that she does. She's probably not. She's probably going to play someone in Spider-Man, like they said. But they're still looking in that area. So if they're looking in the early 20s, and then you get someone like a John Boyega who's and Storm will probably be a little older too, and you get like them as kind of more leadership roles, that would also play true to life too, because John Boyega could be a leader to some of these people on the set. So I think it's a good idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? John Boyega in X-Men, should it happen? Is he going to return to Star Wars? What's your overall thoughts on Boyega as an actor? Do you like him? Do you not like him? What do you think about his future? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, listen, we're going to stay with Star Wars, man. We're going to stay with Star Wars because Revenge of the Sith, they're going to re-release. It's Revenge of the Sith. And do you know what this movie is targeting right now? $17 million in its re-release. That's crazy. It's nuts. Insane. Last May, Lucasfilm released Star Wars Episode 1 in cinemas to celebrate that film's 25th anniversary. It proved a big success. The title taking in an 8.5 million weekend gross domestically and landing at the second spot at the U.S. box office the first weekend of May. It was also the second best opening weekend haul for a re-release this decade, behind only Avatar in 2022 at 10 million and just above Titanic in 2023 with 7 million. Next Friday, Lucasfilm is set to re-release Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith in cinemas for its 20th anniversary. And so far, the numbers are looking very strong. Empire City Empire City BO compared the first hour of the pre-sale tickets for the title compared to those of Phantom Menace and indicated that Sith is on the way to more than double the opening weekend of the Phantom Menace re-release if the numbers hold steady. Tickets are now on sale with Fandango and AMC and Alamo Drafthouse and everybody else who sells tickets. $15 million for a re-release on a movie that has been, out of the theater 20 years, Rox. I want to see, in general, I'm going to look at what the box office for Revenge of the Sith is. And
Are you going to go?
No, not for any reason. I just can't get out of it. I have certain things that I can go out and see, and there's certain things I can't.
Sure.
This movie has made $850 million worldwide, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably going to get to 900, I would assume, in a re-release. Close to it. Are they only doing it for one weekend, though?
I don't know.
Is it only one weekend? If it's only one weekend, then you look to 870. But if they kept it out for a little while, and if it's worldwide, then if it's domestic, they're doing 20 million or 15 million, whatever it is. They got a shot to beef those numbers up to like almost 900 million. And I wonder if they can get it to $1 billion, but probably not. But it's, yeah. Are you going to go check it out in a re-release?
You know, I won't be the leader of the charge, but if friends of mine are like, do you want to come with us to this? I'd say, yeah, sure.
That's it.
Yeah. It's not like something I'm dying to do, but it's definitely something that I would do if people were doing.
You're a big Hayden stan.
I'm a big Hayden stan. And honestly, Kristian, you can attest to this. Before it was cool.
Yes, it's true.
Now it's cool. Now everybody's like, no, he was great. I'm like, where were you guys? I was in
I
Ireland.
have something lined up with him for an interview that I need you to do the stuff for, but it's not for like another 3 weeks.
You're talking to him?
Yeah. Do you want to join with me? Join me? I'm not joining. I'm just kidding. I don't have an interview set up with him. I just had to do that too because I haven't done it to you in a while.
Literally, A, just took a dream from me, and B, just took a paycheck from me.
And I stepped on it. Both of them. Okay. And I jumped on them.
No, that was so funny. I loved that joke.
It wasn't great, but
that was so good.
I had to do it.
Why do I feel like you owe me now?
I don't. Okay. So I think though that this will be very successful. I think it is very smart to do. 20 years, which is crazy. An ex-girlfriend take me to a screening of that.
Really?
That was, yeah.
Like, what's the downside?
None.
Yeah.
No downside to re-release. I mean, if they were going to lose money and nobody saw it, it's like, okay, we lost a couple. We gave people a shot to go see this.
Yeah.
But no one saw it. The fact that it's tracking, they're probably very happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a very smart move. 20 years, and then it's fun to do. This is fun to do for the fans.
Where do you think the money goes?
Just to Disney at this point, right? It's like just goes to Disney.
Just in their pockets, like
it's hilarious. When it came out, though, it didn't. It went to Lucasfilm.
Yeah,
now it's Disney, and it's also hilarious. And I brought this up. There's another reason that they're doing it. It's this weekend. Is that when it comes out this weekend? I guess it's because Star Wars Celebration is this weekend, and no one's talking about it. But it is.
I didn't know Star Wars Celebration was this weekend.
No, nobody did. And it's out this weekend, and they're probably
not the May the 4th be with you.
It's this weekend, and they're probably going to get the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer on Friday. But then this weekend they'll probably screen Revenge of the Sith for fans in attendance, which would be great. I think they screen a lot of movies for people when they're there anyway. But are they streaming any panels or anything too? I have no idea. I have no question.
I don't know.
I just PLD. He covered all this, and you ever heard of him? PLD.
Oh, I think you said Billy.
Yeah, Billy. That's his new name.
Yeah, that's Billy.
Call him Billy. Billy. What are they? Are they streaming their panels? They should. They want anybody to know this thing's going on.
Let us know, Billy.
Let us know, Billy. All right. What do you think about Revenge of the Sith? You gonna go see it this weekend? You gonna check it out? Are you gonna be part of that 15? Are you gonna go and see it and make it part of that 20? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know what you think. Another big movie that's gonna do definitely more than 15 million opening weekend is the Fantastic Four. It's gonna be one of the bigger movies of the summer. And apparently there's a new trailer that's coming in 2 weeks. We still haven't gotten another Superman trailer. We might get another Fantastic Four trailer. What's going to go first? There's a man flying in the sky. That ain't Superman. The next trailer for Fantastic Four. Who's that supposed to be? What is this? What is that? I don't know what that is. That was cool. That was cool. AI or whatever the hell it was.
You have ADD.
I do. The next trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps will be reportedly, it's going to be released. It's going to be shortly. And it's going to be on the big screen. It's set to debut alongside Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts on Friday, May 1st. This suggests the trailer is likely, it's not confirmed yet, to go online during the week of April 28th, the days before the film's release. The movie will first open on April 30th in several overseas markets. Daniel RPK. Well, He indicates that the new trailer clocks in at 2 million seconds, and then also 2 minutes and 30 seconds with footage showing Reed using his powers, the female Silver Surfer, and confirms Sue is preggers. Johnny, hello, Johnny, says his sister is going to be the best mother and teases Reed with the line, "You're not prepared for what's coming, motherfucker."
Oh my God.
The trailer news follows in the wake of the first official clip from the film going online this weekend, a 4-second piece that has fun with the Sue pregnancy news. The news comes as a recent EW feature place discussing the characters had drawn some minor pushback in some fan circles for comments indicating that creators had made Johnny Storm more emotionally intelligent. Former X-Men 97 creator Bo DeMeo was vocal about the adjustment on social media, saying they pulled the softening shit with Namor too. Okay, Roxy, this trailer.
I can only imagine how parents feel when they watch their kids at a recorder concert is how I feel
When I'm reading the news.
hoping that you'll get through the news. Like the way that sometimes I'm like, he might be gone forever. We might miss all the notes, but watch him play.
That's it. That's
Johnny,
what you do. It's like a cat with a string. Right? That's what I'm saying.
mean, so unique.
Hey.
Like after the recorder, when you come out, wow, you really made it your own.
You got to be. You got to be on.
Okay.
Cue. So let's go. What do you think about this trailer?
About this trailer?
Yeah, did you like the trailer? What do you think about the news that they're getting a trailer soon?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense timeline wise. You were saying, but we haven't gotten more Superman footage. Honestly, if I was Gunn, I would be like, you guys don't get any more. The internet is so crazy that you've seen enough. Just come see the movie, you will. So for this, yeah. Cool.
I think Superman's in this. I mean, I don't necessarily want to watch it, but I think Superman needs another trailer. I
hear you, but the trolls be out holy.
I just don't know what that movie's about. I just don't know what it's about. I know there's a dog in it. I don't know what the movie's about. It's like I want to get like what I don't want.
He said that it's pretty closely not adapting fully, but All-Star Superman. So that gives us more as to what.
But what if I don't know what the hell that is?
Is there a chance you're not going to see a Superman movie?
No, but there are
a chance
other
that
people.
Casual viewers are.
Yeah, casual viewers. That's always what the second like. I think that there's a medium here, right? Like what they do. Like you look at Sinners. Sinners, the first teaser was fantastic, and then I'm like, okay, well, what's the story about? And then they showed the whole movie, and I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm so glad they did that.
You're glad that they did that?
After seeing Sinners, I'm so glad that we got that trailer. I don't know that I would have been prepped for the movie otherwise.
Oh man, I'm not going to spoil it right now. But when we have an opportunity to talk, so there's a moment that I was like, oh, I really wish I didn't know that. I really wish I would have experienced that watching this movie because I'm so invested right now that would have messed me up if I watched that and didn't know that was coming. But
no,
anyway,
that totally worked for me.
All right.
Superman Day is on the 18th.
That's
right?
probably when you're going to get it, right? The trailer.
That's in 3 days, so I'm guessing
3 days. That's so. Yeah. So in 3 days from now, which is what? Is that Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, so on Friday we could potentially get the Superman trailer and the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Say it like you mean it.
No, they don't deserve it. Sorry.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Deeper.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
You gotta let that bass hit. The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Got you to do it.
Yes, you did. So
that was my biggest win of the month.
Only the month? I would say.
Well, I did shoot a Kate Beckinsale movie this month, so that's pretty good that this was my biggest win.
Who gives a shit? I'm just kidding. That's good. It's really good.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. I think we're going to get this Fantastic Four trailer, as they say. I'm curious to see what the story's going to be. Hopefully, they don't give away too much.
What do you think of the trailer?
It's great. I'm going to see. Well, this is what people don't understand sometimes, too. If you're a casual viewer, then you're going to ask this question. If you're not, then you know the answer to this. I always get on my out of the theater reactions. One of two things. How'd you see this so early? Because there's critic screenings that we get a chance to see. That's the first. The second is, did they show, like when I saw Minecraft, every other comment, did you see the Superman thing beforehand? I was like, they don't show at press screenings, they don't show trailers, they don't show special footage. The movie just starts. And not everybody would know that, but that's just it just starts. So I will not be seeing the Fantastic Four trailer. It'll probably already come out at that point, but I am going to see Thunderbolts in about less than 2 weeks. I see it on. I'm probably going to take. I was going to ask you if you're available on a Monday to host a Roka, because I'm going to be out on the not next Monday, but the following, because I'm going to see it in the city in the morning. I'm bummed that movie is tracking so low.
I want to see it.
Oh, it's good.
Me too.
Well, anyway, Fantastic Four, Superman, all that and more. What do you guys think, man? We're going to see these trailers. Should we see these trailers? Story, non-story? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Okay, the other thing I will talk about before we get into Roxy's TV picks. I did want to talk about the Kate Blanchett story, but we can bring that up during the questions section.
Can you have to shift your screen so there's not that black line above you?
Where? Is there a black line above?
Driving me nuts. And to the right of you too.
Oh, is it? Hold on a second. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How's that better?
Up a little more.
Whoops.
Yeah.
There it is. Whoop. There it is. Whoops.
Wait, do you know the crazy Mandela effect about what you just did?
It's whoop. There it is. I know.
No, spell it.
WHOOP.
No, with an M, man. It's I think somebody sent this to me the other day. It's like womp.
Whoop. There is it really?
I think so. Hold on, I'm gonna look. I was like, nobody on the planet Earth knows that.
Well, it should be something we lost.
Let me see if that. Yeah, WHOOMP. Whoop. There it is. No, who knew? Did anybody know?
I'm over this shit. All right, here we go. Here is not last night, but Sunday, The Last of Us. A lot of you guys have heard of that show. Why? This is a popular show. Why is that? Because it was a popular video game. Now it's season 2. And there's a premiere ratings jump. The second season of HBO's The Last of Us saw an audience jump on its first season, but didn't reach the highs of the first season's finale. The new season delivered 5.3 million viewers over all platforms on Sunday night, including the show's on-air premiere and replays and streaming on Max. That's a 13% jump on the January 2023 series premiere, which landed 4.7 million so far on the same night, one viewership. It's double the premiere audience for the recent third season of The White Lotus, while The Penguin took approximately 4 days to reach The Last of Us season 2 number. However, not close to the high of 8.2 million first-night viewers for the finale. The first season built its audience with almost every new episode. It's also behind the 7.8 million first-night viewership for the second season of The House of the Dragon. Viewing of the first season on Max was up 150% last week compared to the prior 7 days, with people rewatching or first-time watching to get ready for the second season. The first season overall drew an average of 32 million viewers per episode over the standard 90-day full viewership count. Largest audience for an HBO and Max debut season ever. Okay, Roxy, so, you're the TV lady. You hear this number. It's a big number. It's a good number. It beats the premiere. It does not beat the finale of last season, and you're hoping that, you want to see everybody kind of tune back in again. So if you're an HBO or if you're a Max executive, how are you feeling when you hear these numbers?
No, I think you're feeling good.
Yeah.
I think you're feeling really good. I'm not a video game player. If you give spoilers in the chat, I will make sure that Kristian deletes you permanently forever, because spoiling the show for people is like so egregious. But I do think that video game players know when the big things are happening, kind of. And so the finale of the first one, they knew, and people tune in like crazy. The premiere of this one, there's nothing huge that happened. So I think that it kind of dictates it for that sense. I think it's going to pick up. From what I hear about this season, there are some massive twists and turns and like crazy things that go down. So I'm guessing it's going to do gangbusters for them.
I think so too. And I think this is one of the things because like I did, what I do now for television shows is I do like an immediate reaction for episodes. And then I do a reaction / review with those, right? So the immediate reaction for Last of Us did okay, did like close to like 20K, and then the reaction itself did barely 9 or 10 or something, right? And I said, oh, I thought it would do better, but then it's what you just said. There wasn't any major moments or anything that happened. And I said to Luke as we were talking, I was like, there's going to be some moments that happen that I think people, like you said, they know are coming, so they're going to tune into people's reactions and say, oh, well, let's see how they dealt with this, right? And I feel like that's also going to be what happens with Daredevil episode 8. Did you see 8? Did you see, I mean, 9. Did you see the whole season?
No, I haven't seen the finale.
Okay. It's incredible. It's really good. I'm not going to spoil anything.
I thought the end of 8 was amazing.
Me too, but this 9 craps on 8. And
I'm so excited.
And 8 was my favorite of the whole season. 9 is I'm gonna right when we get off the air, I'm gonna put up my immediate reaction for 9, and it's just like,
did it air yet?
No, it airs tonight. I put my immediate reaction is basically just my non-spoiler thoughts that I do.
Like you're out of theater.
Correct.
Okay,
right. So that's what I do for those, and then the actual episode itself will be up tonight. So I'm probably gonna hold the accountant out of the theater reaction until tomorrow because I don't want them to overlap each other. But anyway,
my friends from Boston can get there in time. Will you take one of them?
Absolutely not. All right, so let's get to this. I'm so curious to what people think about this show overall, if they're watching it, they're checking it out. And if I ask you guys the same question, if you're a TV exec, are you happy with these numbers? Put your thoughts in there. I want to know what you're thinking. All right, it's TV time. As we just got into some TV, and Roxy's got some picks. Every week we do Roxy's TV picks. She tells you the latest and greatest of what's going on with TV. Roxy Stryer, we got some good ones here. We got 4 of them this week. 4, right? I think it's 4. So at least that's all I'm looking at. All right, here's the first one.
I binged all of Black Mirror. There were 6 episodes of season 7. Kristian, have you ever watched Black Mirror?
I have not, but I like Kristen Milioti, so you're already selling me on that.
Yeah, well, this is actually the first official sequel episode to USS Callister. This is with Jimmy Simpson. It's with Jesse Plemons, Kristen Milioti. It's so unbelievably star-studded. It's actually not one of my favorite episodes of the season, though, even though it was very good. There was not a bad episode this season. This season was gangbusters. If you want to see my watch-alongs to this, then you can go check out Real Rejects. But just in general, I was so excited to have Black Mirror be back full force. This show, there's crazy star power. Even though you don't watch the show, Kristian, I highly recommend that you watch episode 4 of this season, which is called Eulogy, starring Paul Giamatti. I thought it was the most beautiful episode. All the episodes have to do with technology.
Wait, starring who?
Paul Giamatti.
Motherfucking Batman!
I was like, do you not know who that is?
Go ahead.
There's another episode that I loved called Hotel Reverie. That was starring Issa Rae, Emma Corrin, and Awkwafina. Okay. They get the greatest directors, the greatest actors, some actors that you've never heard of that you're like, oh, this is going to be the next. There's one actress that looks identical to Nicole Kidman. She is going to be the next Nicole Kidman. She's huge, like talented. The entire 6 episodes were all really, really strong and powerful. I think it's consistently one of the best shows on television, and it's do not miss TV. It's cool that you can just watch any episode and not have watched the show. So,
yeah. All right. Well, there you go. So there's Roxy's pick for Black Mirror. Next one after that,
Hacks came back with 3 new episodes. I am really excited that this show is getting its flowers. It's after winning multiple Emmys and finally having people respect the show for what it is, which is comedy genius. It's just so nice to have a new season, which is once again funny at its core. We've got these 2 women who are like the ultimate frenemies. They can't stand each other. They need each other. They love each other. They hate each other. And it's very, very laugh out loud funny. I love Hacks, and it deserves all of its credit that it's getting. The Last of Us we just spoke a little bit about, but The Last of Us premiered. It's season 2. We were introduced to the new character of Abby, and I think that so far, Caitlin Dever's doing a really good job from the little bit that we saw from her. I am excited for the season. I'm nervous for the season because I just keep hearing how many fans hated this and how many fans loved this. So it seems the video game, I don't know anything about it, but it just seems very divisive. So hopefully I'm on the loved it camp, but I thought it was a solid, not crazy, but solid first episode back.
All right. And the last one for this week.
The Pit had its finale. This show was so beyond phenomenal.
People love this show, man.
There has not, what'd you say?
People love this show.
Oh my God. Yeah. And like people like Jeff Snyder love this show. Like I've never heard him talk about a medical drama ever. It was so good. And the finale was so good. I actually had to stop watching the show at night though, because it is so realistic looking. It's not like when I watch Grey's Anatomy at night. It was like, oh my God, I can't watch some of this stuff in the Pit. So so much credit to them. I can't wait till the show comes back. It was truly the best medical drama I've ever seen. Yeah, this is to me. This was better than I love things like ER and Grey's. I watch a lot of medical dramas, but this is the most intense. It's a HBO medical drama. So it just feels, it's really, really beautifully done. Loved it.
That's great. So look at that. I mean, people have been raving about it. I think Mike talked about it too. Mike started watching it. He loves it.
It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. You got some TV picks, everybody. Go and check out your TV picks from Roxy. She gave you some good ones. And if there's any other ones, this is what Roxy does very, very well. If there's stuff that she hasn't seen, good luck on that. But if there is, then you suggest it. And a lot of times she checks this stuff out, man. So
I've got some on my list right now that you guys have recommended to me that I still haven't watched. Like Mobland is up next for sure.
I just started it.
And I still am behind. I still need to do Lioness. So thank you guys for those recs. But other recs, leave them in the comments. I read every comment on every video. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And if there's things you think I should be watching, remember I rock the high-low. So like your girls out here watching Temptation Island while also watching these. So whatever it is, even if it's reality, if it's comedic drama, whatever, put it in.
Well, there you go. That's what she said. So when we are now getting to the questions, Roxy, in order to catch Roka today, you need, right now you're at 36. You got to catch Roka at 73 in order to really put it, to get away from Steph and Mike, who are probably, no, Mike's going to be on Roka tomorrow. So just Steph on Thursday. I think you're right. Probably need to get a little higher than that. So first one, free pancakes. You're an inspiration, Kristian. Thank you. Free pancakes. I've always loved movies and talking about them. I've started my own film review channel, and I hope to be consistent. That's the key. That is always the key. Consistency is the number one thing, and not being consistent is the number one killer of channels. 100%. Doug Developer, do you guys still keep in touch with best friends from high school? If so, how often? My friends from high school got married, had families, and we drifted apart. It's funny because when I moved back to New York, it's not my high school friends, but my middle school friends, or actually, I went to a weird school, to a middle school. It was like I went first to 8th grade is like the whole thing. So a lot of my friends, look at Sam, Tina, my friend James, John Pinto, I talk about often. Barnaby, seen Barnaby. I talked about Barnaby many times on this show. Going to see those.
You've kept in touch with so many people, Kristian.
Yeah.
They come up in every story.
Yeah, but not in high school though. But yeah, even my friend that I've been working out with at the gym. He's from I met him in the first grade as well. So yourself, Rox?
Yeah, I definitely stay in touch with my best friends from high school. I was in a group of 9 best friends in high school, half them girls, half them guys. And I am still in weekly touch with some of them, monthly touch with others. I don't go more than a year without seeing them.
That's great. That's good. It's not, you got to keep in touch.
It's weird. We're all in very different. They all are married with kids, so they all think like what I'm doing is batshit and don't understand it all my life.
It are different. It's different planets. It's different.
But they all see each other. They all live at home, and they all see each other every week. So it's like, totally.
I get it. Alex, Roxy.
Yeah,
I love the National. They are great live. Boxer and High Violet were my shit in college. Might have a small crush on Matt Berginger.
Yeah, holy crap, they're so good. I mean, the movie Warrior, they've got 2 songs on that soundtrack.
Oh,
they've got
yes, I love the National.
Yeah, they're amazing.
That's who. Okay, that makes so much more sense that they were at Gavin O'Connor's thing.
They're amazing.
That end song, I've been listening to it over and over and over.
It's incredible. They're one of my. I've seen them in concert like 10 times. Now.
I'd like to see them in concert. I know
they're so great. They're on a lot of movie soundtracks.
Yeah. I'm not even bullshitting. I'm 100%. Like I love the National.
Yeah, I can tell I said it. You like know the name, but I don't remember where I know it from.
I know. I 100%. I've been listening to them quite often actually because we did the rewatch of Warrior recently. So yeah.
I think if you're somebody who likes like working along to scores, they're not.
Great.
There's not that many lyrics to a lot of their songs. It's more like melodic. So yeah, they're amazing. Love them so much.
It's a great ending song with Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy, and that's a great song. Joey Pedris, early support for Roxy. Thank you, Joey. Mike Choice, is there an actor you do not care for? I was watching The Amateur and I realized I don't really care for Rami Malek as an actor. It almost ruined the movie for me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are people that I go like, okay, they're talented, but I'm just not like, okay, whatever. I don't need to go see them. I don't know by name. I'm sure there's people that if I'm watching movies, I'm like, I'm not a big fan, but I know enough the bat. You know what I used to say that I don't say about anymore because of our interviews with him, and I think he's gotten significantly better, is Jai Courtney.
Oh yeah, I love him.
I always thought that they tried to push him on us and he was over the top. He came in for those 2 interviews with us, and then he was in a bunch of other stuff, and he was great. And even though I don't like the movie Suicide Squad, he was great in that movie.
There are performances that I don't like, but then usually it's less to do with the actor, more to do with everything going on around,
Right. Yeah.
I don't like Cara Delevingne, Enchantress.
Oh right. Oh my God.
It's unfortunate, but I feel like it's unfair to say that was her fault.
I think you're right. Alex, not surprised about Lilo and Stitch. Disney has inundated us with Stitch at the park since 2002. He's one of their biggest characters in merchandising sales. It's a great point. And he has been around. I'm telling you, and it is that dog thing too. I'm telling you. So one reason I think I can get my little one in to see it. She's never watched Lilo and Stitch, but I think she wants to see it because it reminds her of our pug.
What's your best impression?
My best impression
of Stitch?
Oh, I don't know I don't know the movie well enough to. That's all I can get. I gotta go and I gotta see. I don't even know if I've seen that whole movie.
Really?
I don't even think I've seen that movie.
Oh, wait.
I just know the.
Don't watch it.
No.
Oh,
I should probably watch that as a first time watch, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah, because I've never seen it. I mean, of course, I've seen him flop around on the beach with the kid and stuff too, but I don't know enough. And he's an alien. That's all I know. I know he flops around on the beach.
Who you've seen him? Who's him?
The dog, Stitch, whatever he is. I've seen him. He's all over the place. Like Alex says, he's all over the place. Legend, MM600. Sup? Roxy, you look so good today. I love your shows. Take care and go Mariners.
What's up?
Yeah, Roxy. The first thing I said, Roxy popped into the stream too. She's good.
I'm filming all day today, so usually I don't come with, but I have full face of makeup.
She never gets made up for my show. Everybody else's show.
I really don't. It feels really weird to get made up and then sit at home. I used to get made up for your show when I did it in the studio, but what am I gonna do?
Hey, it's up to you. I don't care. Luke S. Support for the lovely Roxy. Have you seen the pics of Matt Damon on the Odyssey set? Just total ripped body. Well done, Matt Damon. The guy's determined. I haven't seen the actual full thing, but I believe it. It doesn't surprise me, I should say.
I love him. I haven't seen the pictures either. I just love him.
Patty boy. Rocks.
It's me, Daddy.
No, don't do it. Tyler Pfeiffer. Ellis hosted a Thunderbolts interview with the cast. Look at our boy. I saw it. I called him yesterday about it afterwards too. We talked about It for sure. And of course we got into the conversation about Julia Roberts and Florence Pugh because he was interviewing her. He sat right next to Florence Pugh. We had a full-on conversation about it. It's hilarious.
Is the interview out yet?
A lot of it is. I know it was on Instagram. That's where I saw it.
I want to check it out.
Yeah. He interviewed the whole cast. He said
what was the interview he did recently that had me cracking up where there was a fly in the room?
Paul Rudd. It was for the unicorn.
That was hysterical.
It was good. Carlton Rudder, London calling. I usually only have time Monday nights here in the UK, but god damn, Roxy is smoking hot today. Brains and beauty. Nice, Rox. There you go.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys.
That. Next up is that red lipstick with this makeup.
Yeah, let's go. I've been into the browns recently, though.
That's good though. I dig it.
Steph rocks a brown lip, and in all fairness, she's a brown girl, so the brown on brown is looking good. Right. I'm trying it more as I get as it's summertime and I got my tan going on. We'll see if it works.
Okay. Mike's movie madness. Hey Roxy, what do you think of Rachel Sennott? You'd be perfect in one of her movies or shows.
I love Rachel Sennott. I think that she is so talented.
Really, I don't know.
I think that she is an absolute rock star, and being with her in something would be incredible. I think she was even great. She's even great in things that are not great, like The Idol. But I think that since Shiva Baby, just been full blown following her.
Throw me the idol. Throw me the whip. Throw me the whip. Throw me the idol. Callie. Some Raiders they lost Stark. The Callie Kid. This gives a nice symbol. Thank you. Star Steph. Kristian, when are you getting back to the Squid Game reactions? Well, Star Steph, I think what I'm going to do is this. I think I'm going to call myself a liar. I think I'm going to wind up watching Squid Game season 1 and season 2 and then do reviews of both together and then do reactions to season 3 because no one gives a flying shit about the reactions that I'm doing.
Being a business owner is pivoting, Kristian. You know that. It's pivoting.
I know, but I told people I would finish it up because I thought people would actually watch it.
I know, but they didn't. And so what are you supposed to do? Just take the L financially because you said you would?
I just can't. I can't pay the editors in order to do it. Nobody was watching those things.
When you're losing money on something, the entire channel is at risk. So
but I think what I will try to do is, review because I want to watch the show. I love the show. I want to finish it, and then I'll probably do reactions to season 3. Spidey Sensei 72. If they cast Boyega as Bishop, will he have the Jerry Curl mullet or not? I don't know what year they're going to do the movie in. I don't know. Not sure.
I have no idea either.
I don't know. Mike's Movie Man. It's been on YouTube rabbit hole watching the Leftovers clips. One of the most underrated shows of all time. Roxy, you've watched it, but Kristian, I loved it. I loved the Leftovers. I watched that with Sadie and I watched that together actually, and we blasted through it. We loved it.
I covered that for AfterBuzz. I loved the Leftovers.
Loved it. Emmanuel Torres, will you and Sam watch Loki season 2 after season 1? I feel like she does not need to watch anything to prep, and it would make it a better watch. No, you got to watch Ant-Man because you get that last scene. You get that scene when they're walking around. The post-credit scene is them discovering Kang. What we are going to do though, and Sam doesn't know this yet, because we just posted the first episode 1 and 2 of Loki. It did very well, and then I was going to do 3 and 4 rather right away, but I think Captain America just came out and she just finished Winter Soldier and Falcon, so I think we're gonna watch that first, and then we're gonna go back to Loki.
Because I've never heard anybody call it. She just finished Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. So the thing that happens, I think that the only thing that happens really that she'll miss out on is the Sentinel being stuck from Eternals, but who cares? But season 2 of Loki, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, but no, not right away. Mr. Nerd Fanatic, Roxy, if given a chance to use the tech in Hotel Revere, what TV show would you want to put yourself in minus Friends? Kristian, how about you?
Oh my God.
You can't take Friends.
Mr. Andy Fanatic, I'm obsessed with you, and especially recently, you've just been crushing it. I can't stand when people do this, where they take the answer that they know I want to give and say you can't give the answer you want to give. It's like, why? If that's my answer, that's my answer. So Hotel Reverie, essentially, Kristian, like Issa Rae ends up in an old time movie that's very much along the lines of like a Casablanca. and with that's where Emma Corrin is.
Okay.
So you're basically just putting yourself into a world, but you can come in and out. So as long as you can leave it, definitely somewhere in space. It would definitely be like a Star Trek movie or a Star Wars movie, something.
Oh, so what you want to put yourself in as far as acting, or actually want to live in? Like,
no, they're just saying, like you transfer your mind there. So
either you want to live. You'd want to live in Star Trek.
No, but for a little, I just want to be in space.
Oh, okay. I'd be in an R-rated.
I don't want to live there for long, but if you're there for like an hour in the show.
Okay.
So
I understand. I'd be in an R-rated version of Saved by the Bell. Armada saw on the Coachella replay that LL Cool J rapped with the LA Philharmonic over the Imperial March leading into his song Murdergram. The man still got the rapping chops. He's the best. He's one of the OGs, man. Some of the OGs.
Every year that I'm like, because I used to go to Coachella every year, and every year I'm like, I'm just not into, and then I'll see these clips from Coachella. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That sound interesting. Armada, Accountant 1 reaction happening. So I also contemplated that, because the good news is that on Friday, I'm contemplating seeing if Winston and Coy will host on Friday without me, because Sam is available all day Friday. So I think that what I might try to do is, because we're going to knock out Captain America on Thursday, I think if we knock out Loki season 1 on Friday, and then maybe do the Accountant 1 on Friday also. That's kind of my thought process, if I can get that to happen. But I would like to do the Accountant. Callie Kidd just gives a heart. Thank you, Callie Kidd. You're coming in hot. 40 questions, Rocks, with 40 minutes left. And you're at 40. You need to get to 73.
You need at least a question a minute, man.
73 to tie Roca. Mike Joyce, Roxy, do you have a hair goal when you get your hair done?
I don't understand the question.
Do you want, I guess you're assuming, like, when you go in there, do you want it to look a particular way when it's done?
Like on set, or like
Just
with
in general? I don't know.
Good. I like it to look good.
Let's follow it up. I was watching Vicky Cristina Barcelona over the weekend. I thought ScarJo in that movie looked so much like you after you got reblonded.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to make it healthy and look good. I guess, like, right now my hair is so thin because of how many fevers and sicknesses I've had and how much stress I have. So I'm trying to go a little less blonde and give it time to heal. And
that's what I said. CFC, hear me out. A rom-com spinoff.
You said
that you should go darker. I like your hair darker.
I know. You and Mike both.
Yeah. Hear me out. A rom-com spinoff with Art the Clown and the Nun. It would be a good Saturday Night Live sketch.
Oh my God. I love watching Art the Clown. I've become totally obsessed with the Terrifier franchise.
Never going to watch it. Nick Alexander, I just binged all of Glow for the first time. Have you watched it? Chances of a revival? I don't know if there's going to be a chance for a revival. It did. I think it started out really good, and then people just didn't watch it as much. But I never finished it, but I saw the first 2 seasons, and I remember really liking it.
Yeah, obviously I watched this and loved it.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I think that a lot of the actors have gotten so huge. I don't know that we'll get a revival, but I would watch.
Black Green Canvas. Boyega is incredible in Breaking. He should have gotten an Oscar buzz. Check it out. It was Michael K. Williams' final film role too. That's good to know. I loved Michael K. Williams. It's great.
Yeah, I saw that when I just looked it up. Man, he was so great.
Yeah. This is another one here. Go, pal. The old saying is nobody ever got fired for choosing IBM. What actors would you put on that list? Denzel, where nobody can really complain. I mean, like, I think he means, like, so what actors, like, that you hire? I don't really understand this one.
Wait, what? Nobody got fired for what's choosing IBM mean?
The old saying is that nobody ever got fired for choosing IBM. What actors would you put on that list? I don't understand that one, Go, pal. I'm sorry, man.
Where nobody can really.
Yeah, do you get that?
What's IBM?
The computer, I assume.
For choosing it?
Yeah, I'm not. Go, pal. You gotta. I'm not sure what that one means, man. I'm sorry. Sean McCabe. Hey, Kristian, Roxy. I hope you're well. I don't think Boyega has the size to play Bishop. Maybe Michael James Shaw or Aldous Hodge. Thoughts? Must love. Anybody can pack on pounds, Sean. You know that. Anybody can pack on pounds if they want him to be that size, and he's huskier than you think.
Is Aldous Hodge much bigger than Boyega?
I don't know. Boyega's kind of husky. He's huskier than you think he is, but packing up on pounds and stuff too. I mean, dude, look at what Chris Pratt did. Chris Pratt was like, he was out of shape, and he went and got ripped for Star-Lord. So, the working out part of it, and with the kind of money that people would put into the regimen, that's never a thing for me. I think he could do it. Mike Joyce, Revenge of the Sith was the first movie I saw in theaters that made me cry. Do you remember the first movie that made you cry? I don't know if it was the first, but I remember my mom having me watch that movie Mask about Rocky Dennis. That movie, crushed me. Eric Stoltz crushed me.
Hardball.
Oh, there you go. Simon Section. I wouldn't be surprised if John Boyega went back to Star Wars. In his contract, he can't scream the words Rey. Please. God, they really ruined that guy's character. Really did. Gopal. Why did John Woo go out of fashion? My friend in high school was obsessed with The Killer and Hard Boiled, but he never really broke out of the U.S. Only Face Off hit it big, as I recall. I think I think he made movies really good for like the 90s and that stuff too. But I think that sense and sensibility of he got a little dated. Zach Roberts. They Clone Tyrone is amazing. Watch it. I've heard some good things about that movie though, and especially in the chats, people have been talking about that movie.
That's cool. Yeah, maybe we should. Armada. There's an indie dino war movie coming out called Primal War. It looks dope. CGI looks great for the dinos too. It's about a jungle spec ops mission. Never heard of this.
Never heard of it. But I always like a smaller movie that they can try to, pull some stuff out. That'd be great.
Doing dinos on a budget is challenging.
Please. The Cali Kid. I love this live stream. Thank you,
Yay, Cali Kid.
30 to Tyroka. 30 to Ty. No, sorry. Less than that. You're at 46 right now. RQM DSMD. Support for Roxy. Last of Us season 2 was great. What a great first episode. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good setup. It's a good setup to show you kind of what's coming down the pike. Jupiter. Have you all seen the trailer for Murderbot? It's an upcoming Apple TV sci-fi series based on a book series with Alexander Skarsgård. The books are great. So I guess the creators, this is not bullshitting here. There's a potential that I could interview them. And they sent me the season, so I guess I should watch it because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But I want to see it. I mean, Apple's just pumping out great stuff. Nick,
they are.
Roxy, have you had a chance to check out the Clubhouse? Jaron Duran is a future superstar, and seeing the struggle of the players last year was rough. I think that's Freed's show. Is that the Red Sox thing? Clubhouse?
I don't know.
I think that's Freed's show.
Did you see any of it?
Not yet.
Let me see.
I'm 99% sure that's Freed's new show.
Let me see.
Not the Red Sox.
I don't know. Let me look.
Double check. Mike Joyce.
Yeah, Clubhouse, Red Sox, Netflix, a year within the Sox. No, I haven't seen this.
It's Freed's show. I got to check it out.
Not like 2 weeks ago. No, I haven't seen it. I am so invested in Boston, as you guys know, and I'm a huge football, basketball girl. I like baseball. I just don't know as much about it as I do other sports.
Fair enough. Mike Joyce. Roxy Stitch voice versus Big Balls. Let's go. The Big Balls is still on vacation. Yeah. Alex, Kristian, your enthusiasm for the Daredevil finale has me hopeful. Okay. Fingers crossed for more Frank. Also hopeful Thunderbolts will gain traction word of mouth.
Well, we saw Frank in the trailer in a way that we haven't seen him in the show yet. So
this episode of the finale is easily the best episode of the season, and it is one of the better episodes of Daredevil that I've seen. I love this episode. And Roka told me, and Roxy, you might know the same thing. Apparently, the two people that they brought in to kind of rework the show, like 8 and 9, is really where they got started.
Yeah.
And you can tell if that is indeed the case. You can tell. Scott Cross. How many times did Roxy say cock last week? 8 or was it 9? It's a Collider reference.
9.
Could have been. I don't think she said it at all this show.
Cock?
All right, she said it once.
Roxaniel's funny name for me.
Yeah, that's good. Also, I will be watching Revenge of the Sith re-release, hoping Anakin doesn't turn this time. Maybe not. Maybe
keep open.
Maybe you hope. RQ, MDSMD, support for Roxy. There's some more. Jake Yakavetta, kicking off the campaign for Roxy to be in the R-rated Saved by the Bell. And Roxy has to be Jesse and do the "I'm so excited" dance.
That's
Roxy would be
so
great.
great. I'm obsessed with that. Kristian, why is that what you said?
Because I feel like they were confined by their PG or their G rating of all the stuff they want to.
But that's the world you want to be in for an hour?
I wouldn't want to be my age now. I'd want to be.
You don't want to go to a different planet, a different different dimension. I mean, you're a sci-fi guy.
Say by the Bell Orgy. All right, so Darren Wright. Hey, Kristian and Roxy. To me, another band who has done excellent soundtracks for movies are Explosions in the Sky. And sorry, Legends, go Reds. Well, I don't know about the Reds, but as far as Explosions in the Sky, I think I gotta know.
I don't know them.
I don't know them, but I'm
sure I
sure I know. Look. I mean, look at my brain works differently when it comes to like if it's in certain scenes and movies that I know, I'll recognize it immediately. Like when Roxy said that they had 2 songs in Warrior, I knew exactly who she was talking about. But when she mentioned the name up top, I was like, huh? So that's just how my stupid brain works. Scott Cross, can you rate some of my favorite bands? Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty, Nirvana, and the Stones. That is a great list and a very hard list. For me, I would go. Oh man, I love Aerosmith so much, but it's Tom Petty would be the Stones would be number 1 for me. Tom Petty number 2. 3 would probably be Aerosmith, 4 Nirvana, and then 5 Led Zeppelin.
As you guys know, my dad put
Aerosmith.
back together Aerosmith, so it's a hard list for me to do. I'm gonna just leave them off the list. My Nirvana is my number 1 here.
Okay.
I don't know that Nirvana is my most listened to of these. This is so hard. I listen to Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty, and the Heartbreakers, Nirvana, and the Stones constantly. So like this is so up my alley. It's very hard to do.
It's a hard one. Ryan, that's support for the great Roxy Stryer. There you go.
Woo, Ryan.
23 away from tying Roka. 23. Alex, doing a rewatch of Black Mirror because my boyfriend had never seen it. And today, while watching Sam react to Loki, it dawned on me Ravonna is from San Junipero.
I have to rewatch San Junipero. Everybody keeps referencing it. That's the Mackenzie Davis episode of Black Mirror, and I don't remember it.
I don't either. You know why I don't remember it?
Because you didn't see it.
Correct. Dancing Dog 60. Did watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja movies make you want pizza? Every single time I watch.
That pizza's cheesy as hell.
Every single time. I love pizza. And you know how hard it's been to do. So one cheat meal that I do pizza, although I didn't have it this week. But Roxy, we found, oh my God, I took the kids to the aquarium.
Which aquarium?
The Long Island aquarium. And they had a really good time. It was
Do they
great.
have a good aquarium?
They have a really nice aquarium.
Cool.
Yeah, I was surprised. Better than the one in Long Beach in LA, to be completely honest with you. And then we were on the way back and we stopped at this restaurant in Farmingdale, and it was really delicious. It was really delicious.
In the summer, you should take your fam on a Boston trip.
We talked about it actually.
Because there's the Children's Museum, the Museum of Science, and we have the best aquarium ever. It's there's so much cool.
We've talked about going to Boston actually. Leon, I really love the show, Kristian. Thank you, Leon. I've been a big fan since your days at AMC. I appreciate that. I appreciate how genuine you are and how you stay true to yourself, no matter what others think. That's very nice. Question, Roxy. Any more neighbor stories? Thank you both. Oh, yeah, we do have a neighbor story for last week, Leon.
Yeah, you must have missed last week, Leon. Homegirl moved out.
She gone. That's the end.
You know what? I have a new neighbor now.
Yes. Oh, you have a new neighbor?
No,
they moved in?
No. They're still cleaning her place.
Okay. Series finale of The Neighbor.
The two people moved out at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And it's the 2 units that are touching mine. And so her place is still getting renovated because it was so horrible, I guess. But my new neighbor who moved in seems really, I haven't met her yet, but she sent me a text and it seems like she's nice. And I haven't heard her once, which is great. So
look, go pal. My first question was, who would you put on the list of actors where you can cast them and it may not be obvious, but they're too great to complain? I kind of think
who would you put on a list of
actors? So he's saying like where IBM is like, you're not going to complain about having IBM. You're not going to complain about Denzel being in a movie, even though if he's not right for like Gladiator 2. Like he's not the first choice you think of, but it's like, you got Denzel in a movie, you got him in a movie. Like who's somebody like that, right? I always felt like back in the day.
Depends on the movie, right?
Depends on the movie, but like De Niro, Pacino, were always like that. Like, you can get him in there, then that's fine. Paul Giamatti's one too. as much as we joke, it's like if Giamatti shows up in something, even if it's not, I don't know about him.
I think you should have watched that Black Mirror episode. It was so good. It's like his greatest performance.
Wow.
Charlize.
Good one too. Cooley, hi. What's up, fam? What's up, Cooley? The summer movie slate is stacked. What movie are you excited to see? Also, congrats, Roxy, on the movie. When can we get a trailer? And Kristian, was the last time you had a good slice? You'll be easy. I talked about this actually. I don't know if it was I on the air? I can't remember whether I'm on the air anymore or whether it's I can't even tell anymore, or I'm just having really conversations. There's a place right by the train station that I go to get into the city, and they import their food from their sauce and stuff from Italy. And when I was talking to Roke about it on the air, but I had this burrata slice, and it's so good that it almost tricks you into believing that it's healthy. That's how good it tastes.
Like it's just fresh.
Yeah. And then there's another place I go with my daughter every like for my cheat meal every Saturday after gymnastics. We've been going to this pizza place. It's really good. So what movie am I excited to see? I mean, Superman. I'm very curious.
Same with me. And I don't know when you're getting a trailer. They're still shooting the movie. They're in Bulgaria right now.
Yeah, I know. They're in Bulgaria. That's pretty crazy. I knew that. You told me that last week.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
You did. You said you were there last week. You said they're still in Bulgaria.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Johnny Bravo. Yes. Aldous Hodge is much bigger than Boyega. Okay.
Oh, who knew? I don't think Boyega is small. I think Boyega is.
I know, me too. Yeah. NLS FC 96. Do you think Snyder Bros will boycott Superman, or will the movie be too good and supersede any effect they would bring? Well, that's two different questions. The question, do I think some will boycott Superman and not see it because it's yes. Do I think it's going to affect the box office? No. I don't.
They're so loud.
Yeah, loud, but loud doesn't mean
no. I know. It's like the internet is it's wild.
I know. It's like still this like, but what I don't get about it is this. I understand. It looks, first of all, Snyder and Gunn are friends, but are you a Snyder fan or are you a DC fan? I don't get it.
Snyder. Like, the answer to that, Snyder. You do know the answer.
But did it start that way?
I don't know.
I don't think it started that way. I don't know. But no, I don't think it's going to affect the box office at all. If it's a good movie, that's what's going to affect the box office. Carlton Rudder decided to ditch movie trailers from now on. Want to go in like I was a kid in the 80s, 90s. Roxy, any comedy TV series recommendations? All I watch are dramas.
Definitely, I think Hacks is great. I think Abbott Elementary is great this season and always great. Let me see what else I got for you. The Studio has been really fun.
The Studio is a good one. That's
that a lot.
Yeah, Studio. You like that?
There's been really great SNL sketches this season. Honestly,
what do you think about the UK Saturday Night Live, Rox?
What'd you say?
They're going to start apparently.
Really?
Yeah, Lorne Michaels is producing it. They're doing
That's so cool. Yeah. Broadway Video is doing a UK SNL. That's sick. Mythic Quest, Love. Those are some good ones.
Okay, those are good ones. All right, Joey Pedras, how do you feel about film festivals? Any favorite that stands out from the rest you've attended? You know, the only one I've ever attended was Sundance, and it's because I was working it for Fandango. I never really. It's not something I do.
I cannot wait to be at the level in my career where I'm going to film festivals because I'm in movies.
Promoting a movie, right?
Yeah. But so how I feel about it is so excited, but it's not what I've done either. I've only gone to like LA, like there's like local ones that I've attended, but I haven't traveled for any.
GoPal, the IBM expression was you could find people cheaper, you could do the work you need, but if you hire IBM, your boss won't fire you no matter what happens. Right.
With the IBM I've missed this entire I'm not understanding. I am obsessed with you. I don't know what you're talking about.
You could find people cheaper who could do the work for you, but if you hire IBM, your boss won't fire you no matter what happens.
So are you saying what actor do we think we could pay less for?
No, saying it is a confusing. This is unlike GoPal today, but this is it basically saying that no matter what, you can bring this actor in. It doesn't matter what you spent on him. You could spend a lot of money on this particular actor or actress. It doesn't matter because they're going to bring in a good performance.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Nerd Fanatic. R.I.P. to MQuest, but thankfully we'll reshoot finale. Is Mythic Quest coming to an end?
That's what that makes me think. But thankfully, we'll reshoot finale. I don't know what this is about.
Cooley High. Superman's going to be dope. Pizza is delicious. It sure is. Ryan S. Kristian, you're crushing your training. Thank you, Ryan. Do you have any specific goals in mind? Keep it up. My goals are, the first thing, I want to get my cholesterol down. That's the main thing. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do it. I want to be able to, I think just keeping myself in shape. That's really the easiest answer.
Like, is it about how you look or how you feel, or a combo of both?
Combo of both.
Cool.
Yeah. RQMDSMD, support for Roxy. And currently, Roxy, with 20 minutes left to go, that's it at the moment. And so currently we're at 59. So
I've never outrun my super chats.
I know. With time, you mean?
Yeah, like we've never gotten to the end before we were at the end.
It's happened to others. It has not happened
it's never happened to me,
But to be fair, this has happened before. We're about to sign off, and then people keep it going. That's what happened to Steph all the damn time. It happens to her all the time, and it happened recently to. And there's another one. So we're not quite done yet. Dancing Dog 60. Sophie Thatcher will be the next Emma Stone. Fact.
I'm so with you. You didn't mention this in your movies that you loved this year, which makes me think you maybe didn't see it. But Companion. Oof.
I didn't see Companion.
That movie slapped.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
And I obviously love Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
I'm 2 episodes behind from the finale. Otherwise, I would have reviewed it, but I'll review it for next week. Yeah.
Copy that. Zach Roberts. Yo, Kristian, can I get a mustard?
Mustard?
Of course. Always time for some mustard. Mr. ND Fanatic. Yes, it was canceled. Oh, man.
Yeah, I read somebody else just wrote that it was canceled, but they're reshooting the finale. That's wild. I kind of am not surprised this show was canceled because I don't know anybody who watches it that isn't me. I just love the show. So that's a bummer.
I'm going to answer one of those questions before, and you're going to be shocked that I say this. One of the actors that I'm just not a fan of, Rob McElhenney.
Shut up.
Doesn't do it for me. Like I feel like he overdoes it when I watch, and I haven't watched.
It's so up your alley.
I know. I just never been a fan.
Oh my God, I love Rob McElhenney.
99% of people do. I'm
obsessed with, as everybody knows, I'm obsessed with Always Sunny. I love Mythic Quest, and I love Welcome to Wrexham, which is just him.
And that's also Freed's show, by the way. Yeah. Armada, rank the MCs, right? Quan, Method Man, ODB, Ghostface. Oh my God. Or Jizza.
I suck at these rankings today. It's too hard.
I'm going to go Method Man number 1, Jizza is number 2, Ghostface 3, ODB 4, and then Raekwon.
I go Method Man and then Ghostface, and then I don't know.
Yeah. David Epikimi. So they canceled Mystic Quest and they're reshooting the ending for a better send-off. Okay, that makes sense. So they're going to reshoot the ending.
Is that called reshooting the ending, or are they just doing another episode? Like, are they?
No, they're reshooting. They're basically just going to rewrite that's what they're saying. They're going to rewrite the ending. They're
not taking away the last episode of this season.
No, I think they're going to rewrite the end of the last.
Isn't that just writing, not rewriting?
Well, no, because if you have an episode, you have an ending that you had, but then it gets canceled. They're like, well, that's not a good send off anyway. We have to rewrite the ending. So they're basically rewriting the ending.
Writing the ending, not rewriting.
But they already had an ending
of a season, not of a series.
So that's what they're saying. So like, let's say that you and I were doing a show, and we wrote the show. We did the Schmodown. Okay, we did a Schmodown episode, and at the end of that episode, we set it up for next season that you and the Flirt and Flouse were going to do this thing, whatever, and that's how it was. And then we got a note: the show's canceled. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
We have to write an ending.
We have to go rewrite the ending because we already had an ending. We had an ending to the season. You basically have to write an ending for a series.
I don't agree.
Okay. All right. Anyway, RQ support for Roxy, and then Spidey Sensei 72 support for Roxy, and this fire eye makeup today.
Thank you. I got a wing, a little wing, baby wing.
Did you ever see the V miniseries from the 80s? Yes, and I saw the remake. Yep, Marina Baccarin and Laura Vandervoort. I've been meaning to, but I haven't. I liked both a lot. I mean,
I never saw the OG. I loved V with Marina Baccarin.
Yeah, great.
So good.
It was great. I'm
But it
surprised
was
they've done
only
a
one
remake.
season, and then it was
I
canceled.
know. Go Pal. Who from Wu-Tang was the master in G.I. Joe 2? Oh my God, who was it? Was it Method Man? I don't
Is
know.
it trivia?
I guess so. I'm not sure. I don't know if we have enough time for trivia. But we got to a spot right now, Roxy, where all those questions with still 15 minutes left to go, they got you to 70.
If we do one question a minute right
There you
now,
go.
then
Joey Petrus, new Cronenberg movie coming out this month, The Shrouds. Do you have a favorite Cronenberg movie? I dig Videodrome. What's the one with Eastern Promises?
what's Shroud?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, it's coming out this week, so I definitely
No,
haven't.
what is Shroud?
I don't know.
What's that word?
It's new Cronenberg. I don't know. You got to look it up. But Ariza was apparently the one in G.I. Joe. Now I remember. Yeah. All right, Roxy. Hell of an effort here on the fight back. But
There's a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
History of Violence. It's about funerals, apparently, is what they said.
It seems like it came out. It says the release date here is 2025, but it seems like it came out last year. I wonder whether there's a festival or what.
Not sure. Don't know. Is that another one? Okay. There is one more. David Ekabimi. If there was a Larry Sanders Show type based on your career, Kristian, who would you like to play you? Me.
No, you can't say that.
I'll let Roxy cast me because I can't. I don't know who I would cast.
Like
Roxy,
everybody knows that the person you look the most like the Dane Cook lookalike thing.
not anymore.
No, not anymore. But just that's who I think of.
Younger, I could see it, but not now.
Okay, so who now? Like we need somebody who can be in their 20s, right?
Yeah, who would you? You'd cast. This is very putting Roxy on the spot. Let me answer these questions, and then you can.
No, I really don't know. I really don't know.
Who knows?
It's not often that I think like, oh, this person looks like Kristian.
Right, because there's nobody else. Dancing Dog 60. Roxy, have you ever had a floor seat for Celtics?
No, and one of my friends is on the floor every single game. It's so
yeah.
I've had very close seats, and I sat next to KG's sister, in like the third row, but never floor.
RQ says go Roxy, and then Ryan
Go
S.
Roxy, go Roxy, go
Roxy.
Roxy.
I don't talk to you when training. I would be lying if I didn't say that when I'm with my my friend Chris. We've definitely had a few Arnold moments. Or just always I talk about his legendary quotes. Come on, milk is for babies. If you're gonna be there and you're gonna put in the effort, you have to try. You're gonna just go and do the treadmill and go like this. I mean, it's fine. It's good to the cardio. You want to push. You want to make sure it works. Come on, that's what you need to do.
I'm on a list of best actors in their 20s right now. Looking
Really?
to see if anybody. No.
Oh.
I'm looking at a list. First of all,
in your 20s.
Can you be less surprised?
Well, if it was early 30s, you just said you're in your 30s. Remember?
You are the worst.
Yeah,
no, I don't see anybody that even remotely reminds me of you.
Oh, that's nice. All right.
Well
let's
in all fairness to this list.
Somehow you did it. You're at 75. So
we're here for 10 more minutes.
We're gonna sign off if that's how it works.
Well, you don't know what they're about to do.
All right, that's fine. Aaron,
why do I believe in them and you don't?
Hey, Aaron Water, Roxy, you look awesome. You should have done a London meetup. I would have come. Where did you get your shirt from?
The problem is I didn't have any idea when I would be on set and when I wouldn't. So it just wasn't fair to be like keeping you guys on the hook. This shirt Tara and I designed. We designed it for rejectnationshop.com. We're obsessed with it. And actually it was our thoughts, but Janine is the person who designs our She-Check shirts for us. Janine the Machine. So she created this, but we did it. And if you want to get one, it helps me and Tara. So please
there you go. Perfecto. David, again, I bet Kimmy. Have a great rest of the weekend, Kristian, Roxy. Thank you, David.
Rest of the week, not weekend. Where are you?
Ralph's.
You're at Ralph's.
Yeah.
Who do you think should play me?
Well, I would have said Drew Barrymore back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. See, not now. Not now.
No, not now. But I'm not. So I said you have to do the casting because I don't pay attention to people.
I
now.
know. I'm trying to think of like TV actors.
Yeah.
So many of them are British.
Yeah. Well, people, and the fans should be suggesting it too. Joey says, Roxy, are any of your films out on Blu-ray?
Yeah, I actually
Lola, right?
What'd you say?
Lola's out on Blu-ray, isn't it?
I think all of them you can get. Madness and the Method was definitely out on Blu-ray at some point. Crust, I think that they did a Blu-ray release. I'm guessing always a little. I don't know. I don't get asked it that much. I think, unfortunately, sorry. I think you just have to Google it.
Or
yeah.
Dancing Dog 60. Roxy, did you ever go to the old Copley Cinema?
Copley.
No.
I think I've been to all of the theaters in Boston. Why old Copley? Why is there no Copley movie theater anymore?
Oh, maybe they did it renovations. Support for Roxy with that. I think we sign off at 80. Well done, Roxy.
Why are you trying to race out of here?
I do what I do with everybody. I give people and I try to sign off because we've run out. And what I tell people is, if people run out, I have to be fair to everybody. It's what I do. Winston said the same thing, and I got to be fair to everybody.
I'm still having a great conversation with you, I'm trying to cast you. I'm sitting here trying to cast you. I'm doing the Lord's work.
I could see Kaya Scoderio as Roxy. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
And somebody said Rob McElhenney should play me. There you go. Jason Sudeikis. Dancing Dog 60. Copley is gone now, as is the Circle Cinema.
Copley, bro.
I don't care.
Yeah, Circle Cinema I know is gone.
Yeah.
That's been gone for a long time. I used to go to Circle Cinema as a kid all the time.
Thunderbolts Embargo is lifting on 4/22. Well, that's when does it come out? When does it? Yeah, unfortunately, that's good. If that's the case, I mean, the movie doesn't come out until May 2nd, so that's pretty good. And they probably want people to get in there and see it. So
the way I'm literally staring at your face, looking at actors, staring at your face, looking at actors, staring at your face.
You're looking at me now. You gotta. I mean, you didn't even know me back then.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
It's true.
Man, like none of them, because the thing is, I'm finding some people that like kind of look like you, but they don't have the same, like they're too like artsy.
Boring. Oh.
Yeah, boring.
Yep. That's
you need, obviously, like, especially because we're going to be doing your stand-up ages. Like,
right, you need some pizzazz.
You need somebody, yeah.
Somebody who can do it.
You never watched anything and thought, like, oh, that person kind of is like me?
How about Denzel?
I was going to say that.
I think so. That'd be good.
Especially because our friend is in his next movie.
That's right, Brett. Kaya recently did a Gentleman series.
Oh, wait. You don't mean Kaya Gerber, do you?
Kaya Gerber is Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Yeah. Who's Kaya?
I don't know.
What was their last name?
Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Why are you doing this to me?
I don't understand. John Cena as Christian. Sure, why not? Cody Rhodes also.
Oh my God, you're so annoying. Oh, Kaya Scodelario.
Have a headache.
Oh, I love this. This girl's a beast. She was in the Maze Runner franchise. She's awesome. That was like the nicest compliment ever. Let's go.
There you go. So, Roxy, where can people find you?
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer, and grab this shirt if you want to support. And I now took over the Wednesday nights that the World Girls used to do on our channel. We do it I just do it on my channel, which is Roxy Stryer.
Thank you, Roxy. Thank you to you guys for being here today. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. I tell people you got to go to the Clips channel. We have the Kristian Harloff Clips channel. This entire show is now clipped out. If you miss it live, or you want to go back and you watch certain segments, you can watch it. So the last one we will get is Armada says rank Memphis, Texas, NOLA, New York, and West Coast rap. I'm just going to go New York over West Coast. That's all I got for you. The other ones you're not going to.
Somebody said that they recommended Steve Renazzini for you, but I can't find who that is.
My friend who we interviewed many times. You interviewed Steve Renazzini with me many times. He used to come into Collider Live all the time.
Steve Renazzisi.
Yeah. Do you remember Steve? He used to come in. He was on the league.
ZC. Wait, I'm trying to Google him. Oh, they spelled his name wrong. That's why it wasn't coming up. Yeah, I remember this guy.
He used to come into Collider Live all the time. Yeah,
but I don't see him playing you.
No, he's my age. He's like he's like a year younger than me. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to Roxy. Thank you to all you guys. You guys are the best. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mike and Roka. So enjoy the show. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the flip side.
Cock.
Stop it, Roxy. We'll see you later.